Good morning, it's 5 a.m. and I'm preparing our German Sunday roast. I'm trying this for Christmas Eve already to make sure I can do it. And as every day, I open my advent calendar. Isn't that a pretty colorway? I like it very much. These tiny opal nuggets are simply cute. But first I add my Christmas square into my pillowcase. Sleepy Benny on my lap and knitting along in the very early hours of this Sunday morning. Because I awoke so early and rose so early, I eat a little pre-breakfast. I always do that because I can't wait. I'm very hungry after all the things I knit and cooked and so on. So I have a little treat for me. And it snows again. I'm sounding like a broken record, but it snowed every day in the last week. And it's lovely. Although it's not blessed yet, we light the first candle for the first Sunday of Advent. And yes, that's Tommy. Knitting along on my cowl, my Fiddly Bits cowl. It's fun, fun, fun. I can say it every day. It's so much fun. I recommend choosing, I do recommend you choosing a very easy pattern for your coming Advent knitting. Simple stockinette, alternating two balls, making fun color stripes. It's amazing. You don't have to think. It's just enjoyable. Now we go to church and look at this. Isn't that amazing? It's stunning. It's pretty. I love this so much. So much snow. And today our Advent wreath will be blessed. And our priest will get the first batch of self-made or home-baked cookies from us today. That was in the little jar in the middle of the wreath. Now the Advents get blessed. That's always a lovely tradition every year. And now Tommy reads Psalm 80 in Hebrew for us today. I'm already a little bit nervous. We are going home and I have to see how my roast is doing in the slow cooker. But first another scenery of snow. It's so pretty. It turned out great. I'm so relieved. That means I can make it for Christmas dinner for us. A cute dog and a Christmas Afghan. There isn't much you need to be happy. Hello everyone. A very happy and blessed third Sunday of Advent and a third day of Vlogmas. Yeah, it's December 3rd. Okay. Oh, I will show you now how it's looking behind the camera because it snows and snows and snows and it is so pretty. Maybe it's weird because I shouldn't connect it with this, but when I see such a perfect winter scenery, I have these gifs and animated greeting cards on my mind. People used to send each other via email. And these pictures and videos or animated pictures always were so very cliche and perfect and maybe too ideal. But that's exactly how it's looking outside. The snow is falling so slowly. In German we say snow rieselt. So we also say falling. So the snow is falling. Es fällt Schnee. Or it snows. Es schneit. But if it's a soft and slow movement of the tiny snowflakes, we usually say rieseln. And we have the German Christmas song Leise rieselt der Schnee. Silently the snow falls, and it is so lovely. Probably there is an English translation of this song already. It wouldn't surprise me. It's a very common and loved and famous German Christmas song. It always touches me to listen to that, and that is everything about the scenery behind the camera. Now it's nearly 1:45 p.m. Today we had a lovely Advent breakfast. You saw probably snippets of it. We went to church. Today the Advent, I never remember if it's the Advent wreath or Advent wreath. I think it's wreath because it's counterintuitive, because everything else with E-A is pronounced and not E. So the Advent wreath or wreath with the 4 candles. I took mine with me to church today, so the priest blessed it. I filmed that as well, so you saw that probably, or you see it after this segment. Tommy read the psalm of today, Psalm 80 in Hebrew, to show support with all the suffering people in Israel and to make clear that Israel is God's land. You know, it's the land of Jesus, where Jesus walked upon the earth. It's always very touching. And I'm looking forward, although I'm not sure if this will happen this year. Every year on Christmas Day we receive the light of peace, Friedenslicht in German, the light of peace from Bethlehem. But I'm not sure if this is possible this year. So that is a very lovely tradition. So everyone comes to church and attends liturgy, and at the end you light your candle in a lantern, and you take this lantern home with you, and everything is kept in. So it's the candle is lit in Bethlehem, and then every candle is lit on the original candle, and so on, like in the Easter Vigil, you know. So you don't light it with your matchbox or your fire, but with your lighter. So that was a lovely liturgy today. And I did a test for our Christmas dinner. I made beef, but I don't know how it's called in English. In German it's a braten. So if you put the beef and everything into the oven, and it's in the oven like for 3 or 4 hours, but I'm using the slow cooker. And it slow cooked 5 or 6 hours, and it was so delicious. You see in this video how it turned out, and that means now I know how it works, how much time I need for our amount of beef we will prepare, and that means I can be relaxed on Christmas, and I'm not fearful that I will ruin our dinner. Yeah, so we had red cabbage and potatoes today, and for Christmas probably we will eat beans and yeah, some kind of potato, maybe rosemary potatoes or something. I like to have something very traditional for Christmas, a typical German dish. Yeah, and I was knitting on my cowl this morning. This is how much I have left of my yesterday's mini. I would assume it's like 3 or 4 gram. And for 3 rounds in one color, I need approximately 1 gram. So I have still much to knit because I alternated. Here is the today's mini. And here is, it looks so striking now. How it looks now. So yeah, the first yellow stripe was from the today's mini. It's so much fun, and here's my needle. It's so much fun to knit on this. And I attached my daily square to my Christmas pillow cover. This one. This one was the day before. And that's everything I knit today. Although I got up very early and there wasn't much knitting time just because I had to prepare the lunch for today. I started at 5 o'clock in the morning because you have to, is it fry? To fry it in the pan? Is it frying? You know, when you, well, I had to put the meat, the beef in the pan to brown it from all sides and then put it into the slow cooker and so on. And that I did at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm awake for a while now. Yesterday this arrived and I'm looking forward to use this so much. I ordered 2 balls. This is Wool Ease Thick and Quick from Lion brand. It's super bulky, 80% acrylic, 20% wool, machine washable and dryable. Wow. And I will make a popcorn crochet garland or a crochet popcorn cranberry garland for my Christmas tree. I saw it when I couldn't sleep a few days ago in the morning. I think I awoke at like 3:30 a.m. and I couldn't fall asleep again, so I browsed through Instagram and I found a tutorial. If I don't forget it, I will link it in the description box below. I found a tutorial how to make a popcorn garland and add beads after every crocheted popcorn stitch. So it looks like cranberry and popcorn and you can put it on your Christmas tree. And yesterday I knit another square out of sport weight Christmas yarn as a coaster. And I'm still not sure whether to add fringe or not because of the washing problem I spoke about. Yeah, and in a little more than an hour my in-laws will visit us for, you can guess it, if it happens in Germany, especially on a Sunday at 3 p.m. What do you think? What will we do? Yes, coffee and cake time. Kaffee und Kuchen. That is the most German thing you can think of. So I still have some Spekulatius cake I made and I will start. So I will open the Stollen. I will show you a snippet of that as well. The very traditional German baked good. After baking it, it has to lay for like 6 to 8 weeks, at least 6 weeks, and then you can eat it. I tried this once when I was a student and it didn't turn out nice, so it was very dry and so on, but I would like to give it a try. Otherwise, this Stollen I will offer today or serve today is so good. It's one of the best I have ever had, and it is made here in Thuringia, so very close to where I live. And then I will serve self-baked cookies. I had a cookie plan this year. I told you about my bullet journal. Some of you are interested in my bullet journal, and I think I will make a video maybe when I set up my new bullet journal for next year, so I can tell you what I do, because I do it very simplistic, not artsy fancy, because no one can keep up with it. and I'm not that artistic in that sense. And I plan out so many things in my bullet journal. So I set up a cookie plan. I knew I wanted to be done with baking cookies by the beginning of December. The main cookie baking happened in November, so I could have them and eat them in Advent and Christmas season. And I know that I have enough to give away because I like to gift self-made cookies. I put them into a pretty little jar, add a cute sticker and a tissue with a rubber band, and then it looks very pretty and yeah, homemade. It's homemade. It looks homemade and it is homemade. And I hope it tastes homemade. And I like to gift them. So I don't want to stress through baking in December so much. And so I planned out how many different cookie types I can bake every week in November. And now I have 6 different types. I think that is a very good number. And there is one left, but I will make them shortly before Christmas. It's not really a cookie and it's not much work. It's I would call it rum truffles. And they don't hold up very long. And you have to keep them in the fridge. That's why I wait with those a little bit. So I won't gift them because you always have to keep them in the fridge and it's difficult to gift something that has to be kept cold. Yeah. So today, many lovely, delicious things to eat. The lunch was already so good, and I'm looking forward to all the cookies and the cake and coffee. And I'm not sure. Tonight we will watch Columbo. Maybe some people who are older than me are familiar with Columbo, the Italo-American detective from Los Angeles. I think it's Los Angeles. Who is so smart and nice and friendly. He always lets the suspects think he is stupid, and that's his thing to catch the murderer. And I loved Columbo already as a child. I watched it with my parents, and now a few weeks ago I asked Tommy if we would watch one episode because I would like to know if it's still good, because some series from the 80s really don't age well, but Columbo is still amazing. And now every Sunday evening we watch one episode of Columbo, and that was the time when it streamed on television in Germany, Sunday evenings. So it's a nice tradition I had when I was younger and have now with my husband. But I would like to watch a Christmas movie as well, so we will see. And now there isn't much left to say because I'm seeing on the screen, I'm talking already 15 minutes. I don't want to bore you too much. I will go to my chair, put up my legs, rest a little bit, knit probably. I think I watched all the Vlogmases today in the morning that are online. So the Finnish knitting stories and the Crazy Sock Lady and Anya and Carlos. These are the ones I'm watching. If you can suggest other ones, write them in the comments down below. So probably... Oh no, I know what I will do. Sorry. I keep talking. I will read now. I will read the next chapter in my Christmas story, and afterwards I will read Left Behind. That's a plan. That is a plan. Okay, have fun with Vlogmas. Bye bye.